Hey, what's up, guys? This is Church of Caboose, and we are talking about an event, a public event type thing going on the moon in Sorrow's Harbor called the Altars of Sorrow. It is very similar to Escalation Protocol because you get very specific loot once you've cleared the tier 5. So like you had Escalation Protocol with 7 waves, you have the Altar of Sorrows with 5 tiers. When you beat that 5 tier, you get very specific loot. Now, why should you be doing the Altar of Sorrows? Well, there's triumphs associated with the Altars of Sorrow, such as killing a total number of night terrors, killing so many waves, going through so many enemies, that kind of thing, as well as getting through all 5 tiers without a single enemy, like major yellow bar person, sacrificing themselves. So if you're trying to chase everything down, that's one reason. Also, it's got very exclusive loot, such as a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle, because that is what I have gotten as rewards so far. And the rewards seem to cycle on a 24-hour basis, so every daily reset, it's a different boss with a different possible reward. Rewards do seem tied to certain bosses, and I have not figured out all of them yet. I just know the Gate Lord you see there has the rocket launcher as a possibility, because that's what I got, and there the one from yesterday, which was a knight, has a reward of a sniper rifle. So those are 2 options that you have. Also, just like Escalation Protocol, the shotgun from that Escalation Protocol became super duper meta, and it was really strong. I have a feeling one of these weapons from Sorrow's Harbor is going to be the exact same, and I think it might end up being the rocket launcher because it can drop with cluster bombs and most likely a tracking perk. So you might be able to have like a Hunger of Crota for you D1 vets out there. And that would be really OP. That would be a fantastic thing to have and to free up an exotic slot on your character. I personally got cluster bombs and rangefinder, and I'm messing around with the targeting adjuster, and I'll let you guys know if the targeting adjuster makes it have like tracking properties. Anyways, let's talk now about how you can do this either solo or trying to build a team. If you're doing this event solo, the Altars of Sorrow, so you're spawning into the Sorrow's Harbor by yourself, make sure you got blueberries in the Sorrow's Harbor there with you. I would suggest having a total of at least 5 people, depending upon your confidence in your abilities. It is really easy for me getting through all 5 tiers with having 4 people in the area besides myself, and if there was less than that, it was a bit more of a challenge. Also, if you're trying to build up to have as many people in there working together, you can get up to 9 folks clearing out ads and beating bosses in the Altar of Sorrows. How you would do that is you would either spawn into the Sorrow's Harbor by yourself, invite the blueberries into your party, see who's all in a fire team, and then just fill out to have 3 fire teams of 3. Or you can spawn in with your own fire team of 3 and then invite blueberries until you get to 9. That kind of thing. That's how you make that work with 9 people. Now let's talk a little bit about the mechanics. Nothing super hard for the most part. It's basically don't let the enemies march with like that red indicators you can see on screen sacrificed into these green bulbs. Each tier will have one like giant bulb, and the enemies are getting spawned out of littler bulbs, and they're bolting their butts for that big bulb to sacrifice themselves, and you have to stop them from sacrificing in order to progress to the next tier. So you can have like Tether, you want to do Nova Bomb, ad clearing things like Recluse, machine guns, high DPS stuff like 1000 voices, grenade launchers, spike grenades, that kind of thing are fantastic. Especially if you have like 6 or more people, it doesn't matter too much what you use, but generating orbs and using your supers is pretty outstanding. And that's the general mechanics. You basically just have one area where it's like a zone, like a war sat from a public event, and the enemies are trying to sacrifice themselves into that zone, and you have to stop them. Every once in a while, you'll have wizards you have to kill, and just like any other wizard thing, you have knights that spawn out in the areas around the wizards. You kill the knights, grab their sword, use the sword to take down the shields, and then you can kill the wizards once their shield is down. And then once you get to the actual terror, it's pretty simple. You just do damage, and then eventually you can't. You kill more nightmares from spawning and sacrificing themselves, and then you do that a couple times, and you're done. Now let's take a quick look at some of the rewards I have gotten. Should be showing you here my cluster bomb rocket launcher. These weapons do look really unique, guys. That's part of why I like doing this event, because even if the guns don't turn out to be crazy meta. They do look very, very unique. They're very spiky. They got interesting colors. If you want to mess around with shaders, they do all kinds of interesting like twists with how the weapons look. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope this video helps y'all out with trying to get this clear. I wasn't aware of the Altar and Sorrows until I spawned in and just kind of noticed it was going on. So hopefully you guys are aware of ways to get new loot, to get stuff easier, and to just have a little bit more fun with Shadowkeep. All right, guys, I am Church of Caboose. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.